most times when I see people saying that Tinubu is going to do well and that we're going to have a good administration for the next 4 years, I begin to wonder, is it this man on this picture putting his hand in his pocket when the national anthem is ongoing? I've been at the one where carry hand for up like this during campaign and they were singing national anthem. Anyway, looking at this carefully, let's look at the statement of the Minister of Health. Then we'll come back to what Peter Obi and the reaction of Nigerians regarding this cybercrime levy imposed on Nigeria by the CBN and under the administration of Bola Tinubu. So the Minister of Health states that many people around the globe are traveling to Nigeria for their medical checkup. I believe that this is laughable, and I know that you also feel the way I felt, because the first time I came across this video, I was like, wait, did this guy take something before coming to the studio? Because I don't really get it. Why will you be saying such a thing on national television when your president 48 hours ago is nowhere to be found? And again, wasn't it the same president who traveled for medical checkup some time ago?
We direct this to Nigerians. Nigeria healthcare system is no longer in crisis. We have a president now, President Bola Tinubu, that believes a healthy nation is the core to harnessing our biggest asset. And that biggest asset is our human capital. President Bola Tinubu has done so much for us in the healthcare sector. We've pieced in together, we're overhauling, rejigging, and we're developing our healthcare sector in its entirety. If you look, we came in, there was a big problem about Japa syndrome, people migrating out, going out of the country, that we have crisis in the human resource crisis. Well, what have we done? We've attacked this in multiple areas. We have a multifaceted approach. We've increased the number of people enrolling in schools, healthcare institutions, studying medicine, pharmacy, medical laboratory science, and all over.
So was it after then that we now have people traveling to Nigeria for medical checkup? I believe that he was talking about the 60s and not currently now. Because you cannot tell me that when, if I show you a picture of primary health care, you will be surprised. So I don't know how they are coming, which part of the Nigeria that they are coming for medical checkup, and which of the checkup are they coming to do, or treatments. So let's be truthful to ourselves. Like I always say, that propaganda can never and will never help a nation grow. So away from that, a reaction to cyber security levy on Nigerians by the CBN, Peter Obi has been crying about this right from 2021, that you don't levy the people that are doing nothing. Don't take tax from people doing nothing. You invest in the people that you tax them. But this is not the bone of contention here on this particular matter. Many Nigerians are reacting. Many people don't really understand what this means or how they are going to take it from them. But then, imagine that they are taking 50 naira away from you for every 1,000 naira transaction. And then, imagine you times it by 5. That is 250 naira per 5,000. So averagely in Nigeria, we are having over 300,000 people transacting per day. Averagely, 300,000 people transferring like 5,000 naira per day. So when you do the calculation by 300,000, that is 75 million naira that will be made per day. If you times 250 times 300,000, that's 75 million per day. But between me and you know, say this money pass. It's not possible that 300,000 people are doing transaction per day. That's the one transaction that's maybe one operator somewhere is experiencing per day. Nigerians do a turnover of over millions of transactions per day, which averagely you should be checking between 10,000 to 20,000. But then I came across this statistic, of which I don't even want to drag it to this video. I did this one based on my own assumption. This is not based on any satisfied institution, but I just assume because I know that it cannot be below this, it can only be more than this per day. So imagine generating this huge amount of money for the National Security Advisor. Now, I have seen some people also saying that you don't come for public hearing. When did they do that public hearing? And even if they call for public hearing, is it not at the National Assembly? They say stakeholders. Me and you, if we go there, they will ban us. And I just saw while shooting this video that the Senate has banned television network and the rest from covering the plenary section. Another attack on the media or journalism in Nigeria. In a democratic system. But we all know that Nigeria is not practicing democracy. So I'm not surprised about that. So this is what we are going to be facing going forward. But it will just be so mad of Nigerians not to understand the fact that they are trying to rob them of the little that they don't even have in order to feed their own lifestyle. So imagine that based on one of the statistics I came across, if they are raising up to 1 trillion or 3 trillion per annum, that is how much they want to make. And I also saw in the news that they are about to tax the telecom in order to meet up with the World Bank loan. See, the next 50 generation from Nigeria will be unable to pay the loans that this government of APC is collecting every now and then and continue to embezzle them. It is time Nigeria will wake up. You increase fuel by over 300%, increase electricity tariff by more than 100%, you increase VAT now have entered in through calls, and all manner. Now bank have not been included. So where do you expect Nigerians to go from here? Obi once said, if you want to tax the people, you first invest in them. And even stated, how do you invest? Through SME. All the small businesses, invest in those businesses. Then when the businesses are growing and they have a little bit of stability, then you tax them. But if you look at what the last administration did in 2018-2019, remember the anchor borrower scheme, remember the market money, and some of those things, they were done with good intention, but they were not followed properly, and that was the reason why it landed where it was. Now imagine borrowing a market woman up to 50,000 naira to increase her sales. And also there was a time they gave this window that you can register your business for as low as 5,000 naira. So imagine 50 million businesses in Nigeria, small businesses being registered, and then they were being followed, and then they disburse this money according to those small scale businesses that register with CAC certified, well traced, and then you release into those 50 million businesses. Maybe you give them like 50 to 100,000 naira each or so, and within the next 12 to 24 months you understand that they have been able to stabilize. Then you will be thinking of taxing them a little, right? Now when in a nation like Nigeria, the telecommunication, those that provide us with network, the only way that they have been able to provide us with network is by owning generator and putting diesel on it. Can you just imagine? So how are they going to be able to manage their businesses, right? When there is no power, there is no security. So how do you expect businesses to strive? So until this government have, I believe they have this knowledge, but just that, you know, we can only keep our power if we continue to subdue these people, let them remain poor, just like in this video. You see, where the young man was sharing one spaghetti and they were kneeling to hunger. But it is Nigeria. We remember what happened in Egypt. We all remember what happened in some of those African countries. They rose up and said, never. It will not happen again. And we could see the rapid development going on in those nations of the world. But Nigeria, I don't feel die for this country. I don't feel die for anything. No. Everybody just, when they bring this one, you adjust. Fuel jump from 180 to 300 to 500. Everybody adjusts. 700. Everybody. We bought fuel at 1,500, 2,000. Everybody adjusts. Nobody is shouting. Let's not forget that there was a massive protest in 2014, but this is not a call for any form of protest. But if that is the way, and it is even welcoming in a democratic system of government, when the things of the government are not in the right direction and in support of the people have the right to demonstrate peacefully. But in this part of the world, when you mention people say test, you're already being nabbed at the DSS custody. So many people are afraid to even talk about protests or to even call for, you know, a rally to say, no, government, we are not happy with what you are doing. You that said it, they don't lock you for one corner. Maybe that is the end of you. The next time they hear from you is obituary. And that is the reason why many people are not talking. But then, what do I have to say than what I just said? If you have any other thing to say, please let's have the conversation at the comment section. Please share this video to reach a larger audience. Thank you very much.